Hi. Today I want to talk about sign. Many of us ignore signs. And when I mean signs, there might be like in your life, signals will be given to you. And signals before an event happens, before a disaster happens, or warning signals are given to you to say, well, I think you should stay away from that situation. I feel you should stay away from that person. Or you need to somehow get out. Or you need to be aware. Or you need to take heed. Signs have been there since the beginning of time. They're there to help us. When I hear the news, how there's been an increase of domestic violence in the home, with families, and in relationships, it's always been there. Even before the pandemic, even before the lockdown, there were signals, there were signs, an alert, a warning, a hazard to inform whoever those signals and signs need to inform that come off it, something is not right here, it's not good for you, you've got to get out, or you've got to change what you're doing, or change your environment, or get yourself away. Many of us are scared to observe the signs and observe the signals simply because we don't want to come out of our comfort zone. Because when you observe signals and the warnings and the hazard, that will force you to take action or to go into another direction, and that's where the fear comes in. Simply because we don't want to come out of our comfort zone. Because when you observe signals and the warnings and the hazard, that will force you to take action or to go into another direction, and that's where the fear comes in. People will stay in certain situations. They feel powerless. So they will stay in situations because they feel powerless. They've seen the signs. They've read the signs. The signs are there. The signs could be a trigger or a stressor of someone's personality that you're with, and that sign is there to tell you you need to get out. But many of us don't read those signs and the signals. It's only when you come out of the situation and you look back, you say to yourself, oh my God, but I saw that coming. Why did I wait so long? You didn't read the signs. I'm going to give you a film that I saw with Mel Gibson, and I think it was Signs. It was called Signs, I think. I'm not sure. I won't go into too much detail of the film because you probably want to see it. I don't know, about 15 years old, I think. But he was a priest, and his wife was in a car crash and she died, but the last words to him, to her husband, was she gave him instructions, and he couldn't make sense of it until about 12 years later. But during those 12 years, he had lost faith. He had lost his faith. He was angry with God because of the death of his wife. And the film went on to show you that there was an invasion, and it came to their house. And his children was repeating what the wife said, and it all came back to him, and that's what saved his family, and his faith came back. I think we're all given signs and signals and warnings, because we are not just human beings, we're spiritual, mental, physical. We are holistic beings. And as we're moving with this pandemic, as we're going into another scientific level, we shouldn't lose that. Yeah? Because I feel that we're being experimented on a scientific level. And because of that, we still need to keep our spiritual side intact, positive, and real. We need to start spot checking, but please be aware of signs and signals. It could be 3 actions that an individual or the person that you're with has done. It might even take 2, and that is a signal that you need to adjust it. You need to make sure that that doesn't happen again. And if you cannot do that, that's a signal for you to exit. I know it sounds very harsh, but in order to protect yourself, you really need to be that way. Anyway, have a nice day and stay blessed. And thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel.